doctor warns. If you're in your 60s, 70s, or 80s and no longer experiencing intimacy, I need to share something with you. Something many won't say out loud. Take a moment. Close your eyes. Imagine this. It's a quiet evening. You're nestled in your favorite chair. The lamp beside you casts a warm, gentle glow. The house is still, but inside you there's a stir. Not in your joints or muscles, but in your heart. A soft ache, a yearning for touch, for closeness, for that deep electric spark that once made you feel unmistakably alive. If you're over 65, maybe you've convinced yourself that part of life is over, that passion, connection, intimacy belongs to a younger chapter. But what if I told you the absence of it could be silently robbing you not just of joy, but of your health, your vitality, and even precious years of your life? I'm Dr. Jackson Smith, and for over 3 decades I've helped older adults rediscover what they thought was lost. This isn't about performance or chasing youth. It's about something far more vital, a truth most doctors never tell you. Intimacy is essential to aging well. Whether it's emotional closeness, tender touch, or sexual expression, connection is medicine, and its absence, it leaves invisible scars, from your brain to your heart, your relationships, even your lifespan. This video is more than a message, it's a wake-up call. If you've let intimacy fade, you're not alone, but you are at risk. Let me guide you through 4 hidden ways a lack of intimacy is affecting you, and how to reignite that spark, regardless of your age or circumstances. So I ask you, are you ready to rediscover the fire still burning within you? If this speaks to you, type 1 in the comments. If you're skeptical, type 0. But whatever you do, don't look away. Because your most vibrant, connected, and fulfilling years might still be ahead. Certainly. Part 1. The silent cost of losing intimacy. What really happens when intimacy fades? Think of your body as a symphony. Every act of connection, every laugh, every caress, every tender glance is a note keeping your music alive. Now imagine those instruments falling silent, one by one. That's what it feels like when intimacy disappears. It's not just about missing out on pleasure. It's the quiet loss of a vital force that nourishes your brain, energizes your body, and uplifts your soul. The World Health Organization doesn't label this as a disease, but after decades in medicine, I've seen its devastating effects up close. It's a slow, silent unraveling of vitality, one that often goes unnoticed, until it's already taken too much. If you're in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, you might think intimacy is a thing of the past. Maybe you've lost someone, maybe illness, fear, or life itself got in the way. But here's what science says clearly. Intimacy isn't a luxury. It's essential. Let's look at the 4 hidden consequences of letting it slip away, and we'll begin with the one that strikes closest to your mind. Part 2. Consequence 1. Your brain ages faster. The brain's hidden hunger. Your brain craves connection, quietly, constantly. Picture it like a garden. Every moment of touch, shared laughter, or intimacy is water for that garden. These acts don't just feel good. They spark blood flow, light up memory centers, and release powerful brain chemicals like dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins. They help keep you focused, emotionally balanced, and mentally young. But without them, the garden begins to wither. And for one man, I saw it happen before my eyes. Greg Robinson was a 72-year-old retired math teacher from Ohio. He walked into my office with a furrowed brow and tired eyes. "Doc, I'm forgetting names. I can't concentrate. I don't feel like myself anymore." We ran tests, no signs of dementia. But then Greg shared something deeper. Since losing his wife 5 years ago, he hadn't been touched, not even a hug. That's when it all came together. His mind wasn't just grieving. It was starving. Studies back this up. A 2020 neurology study found that regular intimacy can improve cognitive performance and lower dementia risk by up to 20%. Greg's fog wasn't just sadness. It was the slow dimming of mental stimulation. The science behind it: sexual activity and emotional closeness increase cerebral blood flow, especially to areas like the hippocampus, which is critical for memory. Dopamine sharpens attention. Oxytocin eases stress. Without these, your brain begins to age faster. A 2018 study in Age and Aging revealed that seniors who maintained intimacy scored higher on memory and problem-solving tests than those who didn't. What you can do, starting now. You don't need a partner to begin nourishing your brain. Simple acts like gentle self-touch, laughter with a close friend, petting a beloved animal can release similar feel-good chemicals. If you do have a partner, start small. Hold hands, share stories, laugh together. It all matters. Now ask yourself, what's one small step you can take today to feed your brain? Drop it in the comments. Let's support each other in bringing life back to our minds and hearts. Certainly. Part 3. Consequence. 2. Your body loses vitality. The physical toll of disconnection. Your body is nothing short of extraordinary, designed not just to survive but to thrive on movement, touch, and closeness. Sexual intimacy isn't just about passion, it's a physical symphony, a workout for your heart, a spark for your lungs, a tuning fork for your hormones. When that connection fades, your body doesn't scream, it whispers, quietly, persistently, until one day you don't feel quite like yourself anymore. Linda and Carl, both 68, sat across from me, hands tightly folded, eyes heavy with unspoken words. Married for 40 years, their bond was strong, but their physical connection had nearly vanished. We thought it was just part of getting older, Linda confessed, glancing at Carl. Carl nodded. I've gained weight, I'm always tired, and I feel older than I am. Their story? It's heartbreakingly common. When intimacy fades, it sets off a quiet chain reaction inside the body. Circulation slows, blood vessels stiffen, oxygen delivery falters, muscle tone declines, energy fades. In men, testosterone drops, leading to fatigue, weight gain, and reduced strength. In women, lower levels of estrogen and oxytocin raise the risks of osteoporosis, joint pain, and mood swings. The science speaks. A 2019 study published in Circulation revealed that seniors who engage in regular sexual activity enjoy up to 15% lower risk of heart disease. And it doesn't stop there. Intimacy helps regulate hormones, enhance muscle tone, and keep joints fluid and flexible. Without it, you might notice a slower gait, a weaker grip, or nights of restless sleep. These aren't just signs of aging. They're signals that your body's rhythm is off. What you can do. Today, you don't need fireworks or grand gestures to reignite your vitality. Start small, because small is powerful. Take a daily walk with someone you care about. Offer a warm hug. Give or receive a gentle massage. Hold hands while watching the sunset. These simple acts increase blood flow, boost feel-good hormones, and gently awaken the body's natural rhythm. So I'll ask you, what's one way you can move your body or share closeness today? Let's inspire each other. Share your answer in the comments below. Part 4. Consequence. 3. When intimacy fades, so does the self. The silent cost of distance intimacy isn't just what binds us to others, it's what anchors us to ourselves. When that connection frays, something deeper unravels. Relationships grow cold, and self-worth begins to wither in the silence. Beatrice, 74, revealed a painful truth. After her husband's cancer treatment, their physical closeness vanished. "I miss feeling like his partner," she whispered, tears slipping down her cheeks. Now I just feel like his nurse. What hurt the most wasn't the lack of touch, it was the emotional drift. She felt invisible, unheld, unheard. Even those without a partner feel the sting. The belief that you're no longer desirable doesn't just bruise your ego, it chips away at your identity. According to Dr. Jackson Smith, intimacy is more than affection, it's a lifeline. A 2021 study in The Gerontologist found that older adults with regular intimate connection had significantly lower rates of anxiety and depression. Touch releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which cultivates trust and emotional security. Without it, loneliness deepens, raising the risk of mental health struggles by 25%. So what can you do? Rekindle connection through the smallest gestures, a lingering glance, a gentle compliment, a memory shared aloud. If you're single, community can be just as healing. Join a local group. Try self-care rituals like journaling or meditation. Connection begins with showing up, for yourself and for others. Your turn. What's one small way you could feel more connected this week? Share your story below. Someone might need to hear it. Part 5. Consequence. 4. Disconnection can steal years from your life. The lifeline of intimacy. Intimacy isn't just about pleasure, it's about survival. Every affectionate touch, every whispered word, fuels not just your heart, but your health. Human connection keeps our bodies alive and our spirits alight. At 81, Robert still glows with energy. When asked his secret, he laughed. I flirt with my wife every morning. Their nightly cuddles, more than sweet, they're life-giving. And science backs him up. A 2017 study in the British Medical Journal revealed that older adults with regular intimacy had a 20% lower mortality rate over 5 years. Why? Intimacy lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, boosts immunity, and improves sleep. Without it, chronic stress and isolation increase the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and early death by as much as 30%, according to the Journal of Health and Social Behavior, 2020. What can you do? Connection doesn't need grand gestures. Hug a loved one, hold hands, share a laugh, pet your dog or cat. Touch, in all its forms, heals. Your turn. What's one small way you'll invite closeness into your life today? Tell us in the comments. Part 6. It's never too late to begin again, rediscovering your spark. Eleanor, 78, once believed her vibrant days were behind her. I miss feeling like more than just a grandmother, she admitted, but she didn't stay stuck. A dance class, a raw, honest conversation with a friend, a little lipstick just for herself. And suddenly, the woman in the mirror began to smile again. The Science, a 2022 study in psychology and aging, found that older adults who pursued new ways to connect, whether through friendships, gentle touch, hobbies, or community, reported higher life satisfaction and better physical health. Start small. A smile, a heartfelt talk, a gentle hug. If you're single, consider a community event, a hobby group, or self-connection practices like yoga, massage, or even mindful breath. You're never too old to feel alive again. What step will you take today? Share it below. You might inspire someone else to begin. You're not too old, not too far gone, and it's certainly not too late. Intimacy, whether through a touch, a giggle, or a quiet moment of understanding, is your birthright. It sharpens the mind, strengthens the body, deepens relationships, and yes, it can even extend your life. So today, take one brave, gentle step. Hold a hand, tell a story, smile back, or simply believe that you are still deeply, beautifully worthy of connection. Your best chapter is still ahead. Type 1 in the comments if this spoke to your heart, or share your story. You never know who needs to hear it. Like and subscribe for more powerful insights. And tell us, Who will you share this with? Let's walk this journey together. Part 8. The power of rediscovering your sensual self. Awakening the you that's been waiting. Imagine standing in front of the mirror, not to scan for lines or silver strands, but to recognize the person who still dreams, still feels, still longs to connect. For many, that reflection feels like a stranger. Over time, routine, grief, or self-doubt can blur the image of the vibrant, sensual self we once knew. But here's the truth. Your sensual spark never disappeared. It's simply been waiting, patiently, for you to invite it back to life. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about reclaiming the part of you that pulses with joy, desire, and emotional depth. Sensuality isn't defined by a partner or a physical act. It's the thrill of a shared glance, the comfort of your own touch, the quiet confidence of feeling alive in your own skin. When that spark dims, it's not just your relationships or health that suffer, it's your identity, but it doesn't have to stay that way. Let me introduce you to Clara, 76, a widow from Arizona. When she first visited my office, her shoulders slumped, her eyes dimmed by years of quiet resignation. "I don't feel like myself anymore," she said softly. Since losing her husband a decade ago, she had shut the door on intimacy, not just with others, but with herself. She stopped dancing, stopped wearing her bright scarves, stopped feeling like a woman who could still desire and be desired. But then a memory surfaced, swaying to jazz records, her body humming with music and life. I asked her to start small, join a dance class, wear something that made her smile, touch her own hands with tenderness. 6 months later, Clara walked in, glowing. "I'm dancing again, Dr. Jackson Smith," she beamed. "I even joined a book club, and I may have flirted a little." Clara's story isn't about finding love. It's about reclaiming herself. The science behind the spark. Reconnecting with your sensual self through movement, mindful touch, or emotional openness does more than feel good. It rewires the brain. A 2023 study in the Journal of Positive Psychology showed that older adults who engaged in sensory-based activities like dance or self-massage experienced a 30% increase in life satisfaction and reduced stress levels. These practices trigger the release of serotonin and oxytocin, boosting mood and calming the nervous system. For women especially, nurturing sensuality can even support hormone balance, emotional resilience, and bone health. Why this matters for you. As we age, the world often asks us to shrink, to play roles like caregiver, grandparent, or retiree. But you are more than those titles. You are still a sensual, radiant being. That part of you doesn't expire, it simply waits to be honored. Losing that connection can lead to emotional withdrawal and lower motivation to stay active or connected. But reigniting your spark, that can shift everything. Clara's dance wasn't just a hobby, it was a quiet rebellion, a reclaiming of her right to feel alive. Start small, put on music that makes you move, wear a color that lifts your spirit. Try a gentle self-massage with scented lotion. If you're partnered, share a moment of intentional touch, even just eye contact or a hand on the arm. If you're single, reconnect with your body through movement. Dance, yoga, painting, walking in nature. Intimacy begins with you. What's one small way you could feel more alive in your own skin today? Type it in the comments. I'd love to hear what ignites your spark. Quick tip. Try this daily 5-minute ritual. Light a candle. Play a favorite song. Move your body gently. Breathe. Notice how it feels to be fully here. You are still here. You are still vibrant. And the best of you is far from over.